All right, let's see how the video did.
Hello, darkness, my old friend. I've come to talk with you again.
I'm fine. I'm fine. Really. Oh well. Roll the intro. Hello there, and welcome to The Only One, your one-stop shop for #1 comic reviews. We're back. We're back with our second ever episode. And again, by we, I mean me. I don't know why I do that. I know last time I said I was going to do another Marvel What If, but things happened and I had to do something. A few disclaimers before we start this video. It's going to tackle both of the first issues of the Heroes in Crisis series from DC, written by Tom King with art by Clay Mann, and it's probably going to get ranty. It's probably going to get ranty. When you were a kid and you did some stupid thing and your parents were like, I'm not mad. I know you're better than this. I'm just disappointed. That's me addressing Tom King right now. Like, I'm seriously disappointed. There's a lot going on here. Third disclaimer, I tend to get R-rated when I rant. And I'm probably not going to hold back because it's my channel and I'll swear if I want to. I'm such a boomer. For those of you that don't know, Heroes in Crisis is a 9-parter from DC and it's currently ongoing. And it deals with basically heroes needing therapy. That's the driving point behind this plot. I am going to go into spoiler territory really soon, so before I do that, this book, it is a big thumbs down. The specifics for it, I'm going to get into in the spoilers, but I do not think this is something that is worth its $3.99 per issue. The only thing this book has going for it, and in spades, it has some of the best artwork that we've been dealt in a long time. Like this and Batman Damned have really gone further than what we're used to. That being said, I will be going into spoilers. And the reason why I'm reviewing both issues is that some stupid shit happens in issue 2. There's some stupid shit that happens in issue 1 as well, but it's more toned down. Issue 2 is where it really hits the fan and it just splurges everywhere. Going into the specifics of the therapy point, Batman, Superman, and Wonder Woman have come to the conclusion that heroes are in need of someone to confide in. Confined. The N is silent, dumbass. And for this purpose, they build an AI, a robot, basically, that all three of them contribute to it. And they place it in a sanctuary called Sanctuary. Because of course it is. And both heroes and villains apparently go there and pour their hearts out. They have a face-to-face with this, I don't know, hole in the wall. We don't know what it looks like yet. They use it as a therapist, an AI therapist. The issue with that is that they build this thing so that heroes have a place to go and talk to something, and their secrets are safe because said thing erases everything that's being said right after it happens, which becomes a plot point in issue 2 because apparently that's not the case. Oh no, say it ain't so. Rogue AI. Where have I heard that one before in the past 20 years? Anyway, something happens at Sanctuary. We are led to believe that Booster Gold went haywire and killed a bunch of people. And the only witness to this whole debacle is Harley Quinn, who just happened to be there. And the issue with the fact that Harley Quinn is the only witness to this whole debacle is that Harley Quinn is the only witness to this debacle. So naturally, it's going to be difficult to get anything from her. The first issue has her meet Booster Gold in a diner, in a country diner someplace. And we have our first plot point that led me to the title of this video. Tom King is pulling Rian Johnson on us all. Little to nothing in the behavior of these characters makes sense. And one of the first spots we see this in is Harley Quinn telling Booster Gold, just randomly as they're eating at said diner, right before engaging in an all-out battle, is that she actually hates pudding. Yeah, you know. Anyway, so she eats some pie, they have a fight, Booster doesn't really know what's going on. Another point that had me raising the old eyebrow is when Harley dodges a bunch of Booster's booms, as if she was fucking Flash or something. But that's not the most egregious thing about this series. The other POV of issue 1 is the Trinity, Superman, Batman, and Wonder Woman getting to Sanctuary and finding out that things are dire, people are dead, the androids that are taking care of the place are also broken and in pieces. Batman has a comment on how any attempt they have at creating any sort of peace basically ends up another hunt for vengeance, which was poignant, I thought, and appropriate. And again, the artwork is just amazing, and it's an amazing shame that such absolutely astounding artwork is wasted in this book. The confessions are presented as 9 panel pages, and during these 9 panels that presumably take place one right after the other, like there's no delineation of a lot of time passing, the things they say, it's just a constant dialogue, and it's a very short snippet of a dialogue and presumably of a session. Everything happens so quick. They get into the booth, they introduce themselves, then they quickly shift to the issue that they're having, and then bam, at the end there's the payoff. You know exactly who they are, what their issue is, and maybe they're trying to rise above it or whatever. It's just everything happens so fast. And it just looks so bad. It just comes across as forced and artificial, and it gets worse in the second issue. Going into that, Harley goes out of her way to have the Trinity find her. And they do. They find her in an abandoned warehouse. And this is the first point where I realized that my opinion of the first issue, which was flatter than the Earth itself, was right, and that this series was not worth it. And the idea was dumb. The heroes need someone to talk to, right? They know each other's identities, at least in part. They have people they confined. Again, with the friggin' confining. Confound. They have people they confide in that are close to them, that have been helping them along. I'm not going to trust an AI, even if it is the sum of all the best parts of Superman, Batman, and Wonder Woman. And it's this incredible, super quick learning, whatever the hell it is, right? I'm going to go to the thing that has helped me cope with life as a hero and with the burdens that it brings so far. And most heroes have partners or they have team-ups, so we know that they collaborate, we know that they share things with each other, so this is not a new thing, this is not a new idea, the fact that heroes go through shit. It's clear that this happens, like this has never been denied by anyone at any point. Like, of course these things take a toll on you, and that's why we have those emotional moments in which heroes lay it all on the table, or, well, some more than others. We're gonna talk about that. So anyway, Harley has the Trinity in a warehouse. She tells them that Booster did it. At the end of issue 1, she thinks she's left Booster for dead, like they have a fight. She stabs him in midair, they crash, and presumably she fucks off and leaves him there in a pool of his own blood. And Harley Quinn, the unassuming Harleen Quinzel doctor, gymnast, wise ass, cutesy pie, humor girl. Seriously, the humor in this book is just... She boops Poison Ivy while she's in her confessional. She genuinely goes in and she goes, boop. So, humor in the book. Bad. Puerile. Boop. So there she is, warehouse, telling these people that Booster Gold did it. These three behemoths of the universe, right? The three most iconic heroes maybe ever. Three of the most powerful and intelligent people in the DC universe that have gone against Darkseid and Vandal Savage and just an entire catalog of villains who have superpowers and super intellect and a hell of a lot more resources than Harley right here, which is basically a penguin and a deck of cards. And Harley Quinn, who has already dodged Booster's boosts and defeated him and stabbed him through his suit because apparently his shield didn't work. Harleen Quinzel solos the Justice League. So she gets the drop on Wonder Woman by appealing to her emotional side, steals her lasso of truth, jumps away from Batman, coils the lasso around Batman's neck, and Superman's also there. He can't do anything because Batman says his sonic boom will destroy the building. And then she has Bats hostage, basically, and Superman wants to intervene again. Wonder Woman stops him, telling him that before he can do anything, she'll kill Batman. The guy has super speed, right? He's one of the only non-speedsters who can rival the Flash. Like, he can be there in a millionth of what it... How can you fail at this? In a millionth of the time it takes me to do this. This makes no sense on any level in any canon, movie, comic, TV shows, series, animated, or live action. This makes no sense that Harley managed to freaking solo the Trinity. It will never make sense. The circumstances do not explain this in the slightest. You have two superpowered beings and freaking Batman being outfoxed. It's... Moving on. The other bit that's very bothersome with this issue is that we also get the Trinity's confessions to the Sanctuary, right, to the robot. And we have Wonder Woman, who basically goes in, and her whole reveal is that there are people in the world suffering more than she does, and she'd rather not say anything because she lays out something that happened in her childhood where she had a nightmare and she went into her mother's room for comfort and she was injured and people were tending to her because she had an arrow in her side and she was screaming in agony. So she went away, and basically that's her explaining why she'd rather hold it in because there are bigger things afoot. Fucking yes, of course. There's also Superman's, which is probably the best one, and it's him explaining how he grew up as a human, and then he found out he has these powers, and after all this time of trying to blend the two halves of Clark Kent and Superman, he no longer knows who is playing who. I think. Is he Superman trying to play an imperfect Clark Kent, or is he Clark Kent trying to play a perfect Superman? And that's great, and it fits with the character and everything that he's been through, and it's just mwah. Tom King, that is the kind of shit you should have led with. None of this fuckery. What is this? What is this? What exactly am I looking at here? Could anyone tell me? No? Nobody? So we have Batman walking into the confession room, and there's like 5 panels here that are fucking useless, and 3 of them that are just copies of the same one. And he says that he trains partners to work with him, and that they become family, and that he has watched so many of them die. Now, the edit that needs to be put in here is that he has watched this many of them actually freaking die, because the others either fake died or were whisked away, and this was explained. And Batman, at that point, faced with an AI that he built, just breaks down and says that he's sorry. Now, Before people say that I'm against Batman feeling anything, this has always been his cross to bear. Work with me here. He's had a lifetime built on suffering and tragedy and hardship. He has been raised by his butler and has trained kids or teens to fight alongside him, vigilante style. And he has confided in Alfred. Mostly, Alfred gives him unsolicited but needed advice. He acts as a conscience to bats. And that works. That has always worked. And it has been this organic relationship that has had its various incarnations, and you can't really tackle Batman without Alfred, in that the butler is an integral part of what makes Batman tick. This has gone as far in other issues as Alfred posing as Batman for a little while. So Batman depends upon Alfred many times, and he depends upon his sidekicks many times. He's not a monolith. He is not someone whose emotions we haven't seen. So that's not my issue with this. My issue with this is that the person who is so closed off that he only trusts the ones closest to him, like really freaking close. He told the Justice League to fuck off when the whole contingency for them going bad thing came up, because he knows that his way is the right way, and he knows that sacrifices have been made and will be made to keep this whole idea going, this whole universe. So for this man to go and confide in, again with the, what is it with the confiding all of a sudden? I swear I haven't used that word as much ever in my life. For this man to trust an AI and to just go and have a face-to-face with this robot and everything that entails, and have this short of a reveal of his feelings, for someone who doesn't do this at all, is just... You know that the Robin Williams meme with his scraggly beard going, "What year is this? What canon is this? What logic does this make?" And where I would like to know the reasoning behind, like, what led to this point? What led Tom King to going, all right, listen. We know he's a hard ass. We know he has a different personality than everybody else, and that out of all the people to use Sanctuary, he would be the least likely to actually open up. Like, he'd probably come in here and, I don't know, test run the thing, right? Maybe he'd make an offhanded comment about whatever this fuckery is. But for him to do this, oh my word, it is just so many levels of... I don't have the words for it, alright? I feel like going full-on Romanian on this bitch. So, Booster Gold basically... Why is every funny character in this comic suddenly so... I don't want to use a bad word. I really want to use a bad word here. Their sense of humor is the same, and it's just as moronic. It's this primary school grade cutesy speak that makes them so unlikable as characters, villains or human, or villains or humans. Villains are not humans, you heard it here first. Villains or heroes. It's just so dumb and completely takes you out of the idea, like, I know, I'm aware of the fact that comics have levity in them, and I'm not against it. I am, however, at a point in my life, short as it has been so far, because I'm not the, the oldest tool in the shed, where I no longer appreciate this cheap, LOL, Raffle crap that we're being served. Especially in flagship series like Heroes in Crisis. This is, this is big. This is something that's happening, and it's shaking up the universe, and it's killing people off. And we have dumb fucking jokes and dumb dialogue between the heroes and from the heroes and from the villains as well. And it's just so again, it's disappointing. It's disappointing because we have a lot of fun stuff. It's like stuff, but you'd like it to stop. We have a lot of fun stuff going on. This is not it. To cap it all off, we have... I forgot about this. To top it all off, we have a page at the end where Lois Lane is featured. She's having a chat with someone at the Daily Planet. And Lois Lane, who works at the Daily Planet, asks said counterpart how traitor is spelt. Is it O-R or E-R? I have nothing. That's it. That's either the dumbest joke in the book, or Tom King was legit looking for something to fill up another couple of bubbles. And oh my word, I'm not sure, is reporter spelled with an ER or an OR? And for that matter, is moron spelled with a capital M? Because holy shit, this is stupid. Anyway, this is gonna take ages to edit. But this is so bad on so many levels and from so many points of view. Still, it has these sparks of brilliance that would have made it, and if King steered away from the dumbass humor and the weird premise for this, it doesn't make any sense that this would happen in the first place. They're setting themselves up for disaster. Like, you're being stupid. Trinity's being stupid. And then Harley solos. So this, as I've said, this book is in a void. I will be following it, and by following, I mean I will be borrowing it off people who read it. I'm not gonna pay for this. It's not worth it. There are much better things out there to pay attention to and to pay for. That being said, if you hung by this long, I thank you from the bottom of my charred and disappointed heart, my DC fanboy heart. I will be getting to the other What If soon. I will also be getting to the Deadpool versus Black Panther first issue. That's another interesting one. Speaking of dumb jokes, I will also be doing Batman Damned, because that is another great book that is currently coming out, and hopefully I'll be able to do that before issue 2 hits. So without further ado, I've taken up enough of your time as it is. Thanks for watching this video. I'm anxious to hear your thoughts on how the run is progressing, and I'm really anxious to hear your thoughts on how the series is progressing and what else you'd like to see, and maybe command me to do something. Comment and critique me as much as and often as you like. Don't forget to like our Facebook page. We're very active over there. And have as nice a day as you deserve. Yes, Tom King, even you. Da, mă, frate, îl iei pe Batman și îl pui față în față cu un computer. I should probably close the window. Doar că nu vedem nimic din ce spune robotul, pentru că rahatul ăsta de serie are 9 părți pe care trebuie să le urmărești până la sfârșit ca să știi ce căcat se întâmplă, pentru că altfel o să rămâi în bloc și nu o să știi care e faza. What? How are you recording no audio? You're stupid. Și 3 dintre issue-uri o să fie fillere. Și nu s-a întâmplat nimic de 2 issue-uri. Am aflat că poate Booster Gold a făcut ceva, dar nu se știe. Well, apparently I'm Nostradamus. Not everything should be for everyone. Not every hero in this universe will break down under pressure, as evident by Wonder Woman. Now, the personality and the archetype that would best fit that hero that doesn't break down in the DC universe is Batman. He has been through literal hell with his sidekicks and with his villains and with his love interests, and literally everything has happened to him, starting with losing his mother and father. He is a little psycho, and that psycho is helping him cope. This is an archetype. It doesn't have to become a different archetype to evolve. He doesn't have to suddenly break down and start opening up to some random hole in the wall for us to see character growth. You don't have to fuck with this. This is not rocket science. You keep walking this pretty wide path that you have, and you just move around it. You don't have to jump to a completely different path that many people don't follow, and many people don't know of, and many people don't want to know of. in order to tell a successful story with these characters that we've known for so long. Dar poate nu e el și probabil chestia asta o să fie valabilă un timp, dar de fapt fucking comics și probabil nu va fi valabilă deloc pentru că o să dea înapoi cu primul event care o să urmeze peste câteva luni. Wow, that felt good. Sorry about that. No, I'm not. You know, she just she flies. She doesn't fucking fly. She just jumps out of a hole, out of a window, out of a whatever the hell that is. You know, I've said I'm not angry. I'm disappointed. This is generally not me being angry. This is I'm just trying to think about this, and the more I think about it, the dumber it gets, the less sense it makes. Harley Quinn has the emotional maturity of fresh snow on any scale, and people are like, "Oh no, it's new and interesting, and it's gonna make sense after 9 issues." Boy, this is it's a yoink for the yoink of it. That's the best way I can describe it. They probably went, oh, we have to think outside the box on this one. Yeah, but the box is labeled DC. You have to think out of a smaller box in that big box, not take that small box out of the big box and then think somewhere between here and fucking Narnia where nothing makes sense. Alright? The box is big. The sandbox is big. You have tons of shit to play with there. Stay within the sandbox, or your mama gonna slap you. Oh, wow, this is a long video.